And I would always try to get the most out of whatever money we could get, because we didn't have very much. And so I would take what money there was, and I would go to secondhand thrift stores to try to make that money blossom into more value. And there were lots of little kids from all different heights and sizes, and 4 boys and 4 girls. And so I was trying to make it stretch as far as possible. So there was one day a month when Salvation Army thrift store had their sack sale. And these were the big brown paper bags. So I would go to the grocery market and get brand new bags from the market, had not been used, and get enough of those and take them with me. And I'd have to go a day early in order to find out what there was available. It was going to be on this sale. So I went to the sale and the day before, and went to each of the racks and found the things that would fit each of you children, and put them on one end of that rack all the way through the whole store, and it took me a long time to do that. And the next day was when the big sale was. So I went to the corner market, the grocery market, and made a deal with the manager there that I could borrow one of their biggest baskets, shopping baskets. I promised to return it on time and in good condition, and they said, okay, we will trust you. So I put it in the back of the station wagon and went down there early and stood by the door that opened. And there were all the black mommies and the Spanish mommies and all the mommies from the different ethnics. They were there, and I was there in line with them. And they were doing the same thing for their own children too. So when the door opened, wow, we went inside, and I would go to each of those racks and put in the basket the things that I had taken the whole day to select the day before. Then I would have to go in the back where there was some room and I wasn't in anyone's way, and take them and make outfits out of them for each of you 8 children that would go together and look good, because most of the people that donated to Salvation Army were pretty well-to-do people. They maybe had one child. They would hardly wear it out, and they would donate it, and so it was in good shape, good labeled clothing. So I finally took the whole day almost to go through and make the outfits for the children. And then I would have to fold them very, very carefully and tightly as possible to get them in these big brown baskets or sacks, and set them in a little pattern so I could get as many as I could in each bag. So I finally did that, and by the end of the sale I had gone through and done all that work and got them ready for you, and paid the money. And I was doing some public speaking then, and occasionally a class I would teach, and so I saved all those funds for this. And so when it came time, I would bring them home and make sure your kids were not around, and carefully put them away in places where I knew you wouldn't be looking, and so that for the big day in December they would be available to put out, and it would make it special.
Thank you.